I have a story about a queen named Queen Caroline. Now, she was known, she was famous, and everyone loved her because she was kind and loving and nice, and she loved people and always took care of them and invited them to things. So in her village, she realized she didn't know everybody, so she thought she would have a party one day, a ball. When you're a queen, you have balls. BALL. They're big parties where you dress up and you eat wonderful food and you dance and have a great time. So she decided to have a ball. Well, her servants had to clean the castle and make the palace rooms beautiful and the windows and bake yummy all kinds of things for the guests because they invited everyone. It doesn't matter who they were in the kingdom, they invited everyone to it. So Queen Caroline's servants, as they would clean, because they loved her so much, they would say this chant: Queen, Queen Caroline washed her hair in turpentine, turpentine to make it shine. Queen, Queen Caroline. Well, I forgot to mention earlier, she had this beautiful hair. It was super shiny and gorgeous and long. And I mean, she was beautiful, but people really loved her because she was kind and thoughtful and nice and was just wonderful to people. But she had beautiful hair, which people loved. And she used a special shampoo. The brand was turpentine. So everyone knew about it, and they couldn't wait. They couldn't believe that they had been invited to her party. So they were all getting ready, and they even in their houses were saying everything that they knew about Queen Caroline. Queen, Queen Caroline washed her hair in turpentine, turpentine to make it shine. Queen, Queen Caroline. So the people were getting ready in their houses, and the servants were cleaning the floors and the windows, and as they were washing the windows, they were saying it too. Queen, Queen Caroline washed her hair in turpentine, turpentine to make it shine. Queen, Queen Caroline. The gardeners were out there making sure the garden, not just vegetable gardens, but flowers and hedges and plants that were cut into wonderful, fun shapes. So they were even out there saying the same thing as they were trimming and hoeing and sweeping and mowing the lawn, all the things. They were saying it too. Queen, Queen Caroline washed her hair in turpentine, turpentine to make it shine. Queen, Queen Caroline. Oh my goodness, do you smell that? It's the smell of the bakers baking yummy cakes and rolls and desserts and appetizers and just amazing thing. Let's go over to the kitchen and see all the things that they have baking there. And of course, when we get into the kitchen, we hear all of them saying, Queen, Queen Caroline washed her hair in turpentine, turpentine to make it shine. Queen, Queen Caroline. Ooh, something doesn't smell good. Oh, you know what it is. Queen Caroline has a dragon that lives in the moat around her castle. Now, he's not a mean dragon. He's a nice dragon. And everyone also heard about Queen Caroline's dragon, and they wanted to come meet him too. But the problem with the dragon, even though he was friendly, he had the most stinky, awful, horrible breath ever. It was awful. Oh, well, because he breathed fire and he didn't brush his teeth very often. So he had stinky breath. So the smell we just smelled, was him in the dungeon where he lived when he wasn't in the moat, brushing his teeth. And of course, the smell of his bad breath being brushed away was kind of what we smelled. So, but he was down there brushing his teeth and saying, Queen, Queen Caroline washed her hair in turpentine, turpentine to make it shine. Queen, Queen Caroline. Well, finally, the palace was sparkling clean. The chairs were out, the tables were set, everything was warm in the kitchen. And Queen Caroline peeked out. She lived at the very tallest tower. And she peeked out of her tower and she saw all the guests starting to walk up the path from the village to the castle to meet her. And she was so excited to meet them. But she could hear them saying that same thing about her. Queen, Queen Caroline washed her hair in turpentine, turpentine to make it shine. Queen, Queen Caroline. Well, everyone came in the gates. Now, Queen Caroline still had to get ready. Her hair had to be done a certain way. She had to put on her tiara and her gloves and her scepter and her beautiful wrap, all the things that queens wear at fancy parties. So everyone was kind of snacking on the appetizers and having some lemonade and sweet tea. Oh, it was so good. They were meeting the dragon, and thank goodness he brushed his teeth because he smelled pretty good this time. So as they were waiting for her, all of a sudden they heard doo 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 doo. It was the sound of a trumpet. Here comes Queen Caroline. They were so excited. She walked out of the main staircase out into the big party area, and everyone went, oh, she's beautiful. Oh, and she's so nice. I can't wait to meet her. And they all well, they didn't rush because she would get knocked over, but they started to go get in line to meet her, all saying, Queen, Queen Caroline washed her hair in turpentine, turpentine to make it shine. Queen, Queen Caroline. Oh, they ate and they danced and they told jokes and stories, and they had such a fabulous time. But oh my goodness, they looked at the time. It was midnight, which was way past their bedtime. So they said goodnight to everyone. They said goodnight to the dragon and Queen Caroline and all the servants who were so polite too. Very kind people live in that castle. And as they walked home, all the way to their homes and to their beds, you could hear them saying, Queen, Queen Caroline washed her hair in turpentine, turpentine to make it shine. Queen, Queen Caroline. And that is the story of Queen Caroline.